Hello, this movie is going to introduce how to get started mapping curricula using the software Daedalus. I would recommend first of all that you watch this video in highest possible resolution. YouTube tend to downgrade to a lower resolution and all the writing looks a little bit fuzzy. So the first thing we have to do when you start mapping a curriculum is to create the course code, which is this 4-letter code right here. So I'm going to show you how we proceed to do this. Once you're logged on and you have editing privilege, you will have a submenu called Build. So there's Build Course, Course Code, Learning Outcomes, and Turn of View. We really don't need to worry about this one for now. So I'm going to click on Course Code, and I'm going to create, say, COMM for Commerce. After I submit this, it'll be possible. Oops, already exists. Let's try one that I know does not exist. There you go. The Department of Writing is now officially a course code for Daedalus University. So we now have a course code called WRIT, W-R-I-T. And once we have the course code created, it's possible to build a course with this course code. So I will click on Build and then Course, and I'll start typing, and then the autocomplete function is going to pull everything that has a W. If I do WR, you'll see that there is only creative writing and writing. So I'll click on WRIT. The course number, we'll call it 1001, and the course name is going to be Introduction to Writing. Okay. If this course had any cross-listing, you'd be able to actually add a cross-listed course using here the course code and the course number. And there will be no need to re-enter the learning outcome for the cross-listed courses. They'll simply mirror to the original course. Also, it's possible to set some prerequisite. So just for the sake of example here, I'll pretend that Computer Science 1 is a prerequisite to Writing 1001. And I would encourage you to actually ignore this field for now. There's a much better way to add student learning outcomes. So once we have all that information, which is not too much, we can click on Create Course, and we are going to have a course form here which contains information. So course information, if you ever need to change that basic information, it's going to be in this box. The course map is a diagram showing the course dependency. So Computer Science 1 is a prerequisite for Writing 1001 in this case. If you ever want to remove it, you can click on Delete here. If you need to add more stuff, I enter 34, and there's sign effects 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that 3, 4 right here is in the course name, it shows up as a suggestion. There is no learning outcome for this course, so that takes us to the next step, which is on building learning outcomes. So in the menu, Build and Learning Outcome, it takes you to the basic form to create a learning outcome in this in the software. So write a 1,000-word essay, for example, could be a learning outcome, very simplistic. But what exactly you put as a learning outcome really depends on what you agree to count as such for your own curriculum map. I will skip the prerequisite learning outcome for now, but I want to state that the course that is covering this learning outcome is WRIT 1001. Had there be more than one course, you can add a comma, and oh no, actually we can only do it once. So if you ever wanted to add another course, you click on Add Another, and then you can start adding other courses. But I really don't want to do that, so I'm going to remove this. Finally, this learning outcome should have some kind of categorical data. So write a 1,000-word essay. Writing seemed to be an appropriate tag. and we'll leave it at that. So if you have multiple tags, so writing and testing right here, you put a comma in between and click here on create learning outcome, and what you will have is it forwards you to back to the form and tells you that it's in writing 1001. Now if you go to writing 1001, you'll see that write a 1,000-word essay is a student learning outcome for this course. If you want to enter a learning outcome directly in the course form, you have to enter a learning outcome that already has been created. It's not possible to create new learning outcomes. So for this reason, this part of the form is not as useful as it may look the first time you look at it. Now, finally, I'd like to complete with a second learning outcome right here. And write a thoughtful essay on a given topic. So here's another learning outcome right here. The thoughtful seem to be the key. In order to be able to write a thoughtful essay, you may want to state that a write 1,000-word essay is a prerequisite. It's something that should be mastered before in order to do well at this given learning outcome. We are also going to make this learning outcome as part of writing 1000, and we'll use the tag writing, and I will add the tag thoughtful right here. Now that doesn't make too much sense. I just want to show you that you can have multiple tags that are comma separated. If we click on create learning outcome, what you will find, and now if we go to writing 1001, is that there are now 2 learning outcomes in the course. And this one here shows up as a first rank learning outcome because it depends on the rank 0 learning outcome. So those little number here are telling you how many learning outcomes you need, at least how many you need to know before you can do well on that given learning outcomes. And the learning outcomes of the course are actually sorted according to these ranks.